stand for the opening prayer. Lord, we are grateful beyond belief for this great day as we roll out the orange carpet and celebrate the opening of the Dawkins Welcome Center. Many people have given much of time and heart and soul and financial resources to bring this day about, and we are so thankful for them, and we give them thanks for all they have done for this school. This building is a place that will transform lives. It will be a place where students and prospective families have the opportunity to see into Hendrix, not just the institution, but at the soul of this school. It's a place where prospective students will begin to see who they can be and what they can become, and to dream in brand new ways. It is a place where they will begin to see the future you have in store for them. And we pray as well that this place will be a place where Hendrix can see not only individuals who come, but can see into their souls and see into their potential and to see into the world. In this world in which we live, there's a lot of pain, a lot of strife, a lot of brokenness, and too much injustice. And we are grateful that Hendrix is being a steward of the vision it has, the resources it has, to help students transform their lives so they can help you transform the world. So Lord, this is a day in which we give thanks for those who have made it possible, for the school that is so committed to helping develop the whole person, and to the countless students who will begin to see their lives changed when they walk through these doors. May it be so, Lord. May it be so. And we pray this in the name of Christ. Amen.
Good afternoon. Welcome to today's celebration, and thank you for being a part of history as we roll out the orange carpet for the Mary Ann and David Dawkins Welcome Center. From our founding in 1876, Hendrix has been a leader in higher education in the state of Arkansas, and since 1890 we have welcomed prospective students to Conway and the Hendrix community. We've been the gateway to education for thousands of students from across the state and around the world. Throughout the years, we have been dedicated to providing a transformational educational experience, and our commitment to that goal has never wavered. Today, the competition for the best and brightest students has reached an intensity that we have never experienced in higher education. In response, Hendrix has continued to enhance its academic program and sought to attract the very best faculty and staff to ensure that every student receives outstanding academic preparation and a life-changing experience. As our reputation for academic quality has grown, so has our campus. And while the magic of what makes Hendrix so special occurs in the classroom, on the playing fields, on the stage, and beyond, we know that a positive first impression for our prospective students is critical. And to that end, as we introduce them, we want them to make certain that they have an experience that exemplifies all that Hendrix is from the moment that they first set foot on this campus. The new Mary Ann and David Dawkins Welcome Center will now allow us to introduce Hendrix to the thousands of prospective students in a way that is keeping with the quality of the true Hendrix experience. Last October, at this very location, we launched a $110 million campaign, Be Hendrix, a campaign driven by numerous strategic priorities designed to further enhance the quality of a Hendrix education and to strengthen our position as an academic leader. Among those priorities was this Welcome Center. As a result of your generosity and that of many more, we gather today to celebrate the achievement of one of those priorities and the $7 million that was given to make the Dawkins Welcome Center a reality. The donors to this project join more than 9,000 other alumni and friends who have thus far given over $81 million to advance our priorities and the mission of the college. We're grateful for all of you being here today, and we extend a special thanks to those whose generosity and belief in the vision of Hendrix have made this day possible. Thank you to everyone for helping make this such a warm and welcoming community, and thank you for helping us truly be Hendrix.
Good afternoon, Hendrix community. I'll make my remarks short, as I know that we are all excited for this building to finally and officially become a part of our campus. I too have watched the progress over the past year, and I'm so excited to see what it finally looks like. If our campus is a home, and for many of us it is, then this Welcome Center will be the welcome mat. This is the first building that many prospective students will enter, and it is the building that many of us will enter to guide those students through their Hendrix career. It will, in time, become a familiar sight to all of us as we pass the bridge to visit friends in the village or buy textbooks. But it must stand as something more than a mere building. It will be our open arms, welcoming guests into our Hendrix community. It will be a reminder of those that have come and gone from Hendrix, a sign that they still care to invest in our wonderful community. It will be a symbol of the bond between students, faculty, and staff, a symbol of the dedication that we all share to improve our community. Recently, we had a forum discussing the progress that we're making on this campus, whether it's this building or the creative quad that will soon come. I hope that in the future we can hold similar events and increase transparency to the administration and students, because it is each and every one of us that makes Hendrix what it is. Thank you for being Hendrix.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Hendrix College Board of Trustees, thank you for joining us here today. This very special occasion as we celebrate the newest addition to the Hendrix campus, the Mary Ann and David Dawkins Welcome Center. As a board, we're entrusted with the long-term health and vitality of this institution. And that's an incredibly humbling responsibility for a Hendrix grad who cares deeply about the school. Like many of you who are Hendrix grads, you can list the reasons why Hendrix is special to you. For me, it's lifelong friends and colleagues, a faculty that challenged me to be what I could become, and of course, the best part, my wife Tracy, who I've met here as a student. Thanks for being here. As a businessman, I know that investing in the long-term success of liberal arts is an essential part of the creative engine for the growth and innovation not only of the state, but of this nation. And today's world demands creative, driven, and entrepreneurial talent who can navigate profound cultural, economic, and technological change in order to succeed. There's no better crucible to develop these qualities than at Hendrix. There are endless sources of CEOs citing the value of liberal arts. Third-party endorsements, the infinite examples of successful alumni around the world to reassure prospective students and families that Hendrix is one of the best colleges in the country. But what makes Hendrix successful? It's the people, the faculty, the staff, and the students. And that's what this Dawkins Welcome Center should do best. It will allow us to showcase and spotlight the people who make Hendrix so special and so important. Every guest gets more than just a campus tour when they visit Hendrix. The Dawkins Welcome Center should help give future students and families more than a glimpse of this remarkable community. So, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, thank you to all of you who've helped make this incredible space possible, and thanks to the faculty, the staff, and the students who bring the Dawkins Welcome Center to life for years to come. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you all so much for being here today. as we open Hendrix's new front door and roll out the orange carpet to the thousands of visitors who come to this lovely campus every year. The Mary Ann and David Dawkins Welcome Center, home to our offices of admission and financial aid, will be the first port of call on every new Hendrix student's journey through the college, an inviting gateway into the Hendrix bubble that showcases our collective values of inclusion, creativity, and community, and a striking new landmark for Conway, Arkansas, and Hendrix. Now, I don't want to rattle on too long, as I suspect everyone would rather just head inside and start kicking the tires on this latest addition to campus. But I hope we can all be patient for a little longer and reflect a bit on how truly special this moment is. The opening of a new building on a college campus is truly unique. This spot in which we are gathered, despite the beauty of this day, is filled with phantoms of the past and wisps of nostalgia, because we remember the rainy building, perhaps even recalling its distant days as an infirmary, or more likely our experience of attending classes here, sharing offices with colleagues here, gathering on Friday afternoons for spirited discussions here, walking across the soft carpet of pine needles that collected here. The structure we come together to dedicate this afternoon holds no memories for us. It still has that new building smell of fresh carpet and fresh paint, and we have not yet engraved it upon our emotional maps of this campus and what it means to each of our experiences of Hendrix. For while the Dawkins Welcome Center nods respectfully to its surroundings, the brick of Galloway, the roof tiles of Hewlin, the stone detailing of the SLTC and the WAC, the ubiquitous Galloway lights, it is not yet fully of this place. And that is our opportunity as individuals and as a community to begin to write upon the blank slate that is this building, to draw it into our personal and collective narratives of Hendrix, and to own it as our campus's face to the world, as a reflection of what makes this college special, and as an active site in our lived experience of Hendrix. It is time now, with the last shrubs planted, the last touch-ups complete, and the last contractors driving away, to make the Dawkins Welcome Center our own. The process of making these tons of wood and masonry and glass and tile and metal into something unmistakably Hendrix has, as you'll see when you begin to explore this afternoon, already begun. One of the things that I love most about the Dawkins Welcome Center is the way in which it has been conceived and executed to embrace and reflect the creativity and character of the Hendrix community. As you enter, you won't be able to miss an amazing feature with a boring name, what we've called the glass wall, ever since Bobby Engler Young came up with the bright idea. A distinctive montage of campus symbols and landmarks designed by alum Rachel Robondo Gross and featuring a mesmerizing and very Hendrixy loop of video captured on campus by Bobby and folks from the Media Center. Both upstairs and down, you will see artworks that challenge and inspire by Hendrix art faculty Melissa Gill, Matthew Lopez, and Maxine Payne. If you wander further, you will find furniture designed and built by Hendrix master carpenter Bruce DeLowell, photos of campus squirrels and cats, and a certain inflatable giant monster from Japan. And outside, Arkansas native plants recommended by Hendrix faculty Joyce Harden and David Sutherland. And take a moment to lose yourself in the word clouds, engineered by Bobby, but drawn from the writing of faculty, staff, and students including poetry from the Aeonian, published research papers, and the locations of student internships and Odyssey projects. And let the beautiful music performed for you today by Andrew Morgan and the Hendrix College Choir, and Gretchen Renshaw James and the Hendrix College Pep Band echo in your mind as you wander through the portico and down the hallways. As you explore the Dawkins Welcome Center, you won't see all that much orange and black, or taglines and slogans everywhere, or Ivan the Warrior glazed into the floor tiles, or that tired old marketing used by every college with 3 students holding textbooks, strolling across an ivy-draped campus in perfect sweatshirt weather. What I hope you will find instead is a true expression for all those visitors who don't know us very well yet of our Hendrix and what makes us special. Now, before we move on to the festivities of ribbon cutting, I would like to briefly look back to thank all the people who made this project possible, and then briefly look forward to what is next for Hendrix and for this campus. So many people deserve our thanks for getting us to this day, and I regret I cannot list them all here, as conceiving, planning, and building the Dawkins Welcome Center was truly a community effort. Thanks first to the namesake of this building, Mary Ann Dawkins, whose unprecedented estate gift to the college will benefit Hendrix students in perpetuity. Huge thanks as well to the Mabee Foundation and to the many, many alumni, parents, trustees, faculty and staff, friends, and other foundations who gave so generously to this project. Thanks to all of you, the college has been able to pay for this building the old-fashioned way, with real cash money rather than taking on long-term debt or tapping into the tuition and fees paid by our students. Kudos to our architect, Larry Kirchner, for designing us another beautiful and functional structure, and to everyone at Nampholz, especially Matt Schiestel, Mark Solberg, Carson McKnight, and Brad Hageman, for building everything we dreamed of and more. A tip of the hat, as always, to the City of Conway and Conway Corporation for their responsiveness and assistance. Thanks to the folks at Veridian, especially our alums April Ambrose and Jared Rickman, who led us through the process of achieving LEED certification for this building. Countless people on campus worked so hard to make today possible. Our building committee, Courtney Corwin, Bobby Engler-Young, Karen Faust, Sam Nichols, Rob O'Connor, Pamela Owen, Helen Plotkin, Sharon Russell, and Lloyd Ryan, and especially our 2 Hendrix project managers, Lloyd and Courtney, put heart and soul into making this place as close to perfect as it could possibly be. Heartfelt thanks to Sharon Russell and all of the amazing people in facilities management for going above and beyond, to Nate Cowden and the grounds crews, to Bobby Engler-Young and his staff and student volunteers, and to everyone who did so much in marketing, communications, IT, enrollment, academic affairs, and of course, advancement. Could we have a round of applause for all these folks, please? Now, one of the little annoyances of being an academic, and I can speak from personal experience on this, is that whenever you complete some kind of huge professional achievement, whether it be publishing a scholarly monograph, or having your research cited on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, or winning an NSF grant, or getting rave reviews for the play you directed, or the concert you performed, or the exhibition you staged, just at that moment when you expect a congratulatory pat on the back and someone to buy you a bottle of beer, a goodly number of your colleagues and friends will say, "Oh, that's great, but what are you working on now?" So let me close by looking forward quite literally for me, to the replacement of Hewlin Hall and the other projects in Hendrix's future. As this audience knows, since most of you joined us about a year ago under those trees to launch the Be Hendrix campaign, and since all of you are on the receiving end of the college's abundant propaganda, this community set high aspirations in our 2015 strategic plan. We have already made concrete progress towards our goals, from the runaway success of the Murphy Scholars Program to the double-digit increases in the percentage of students from underrepresented groups in our recent entering classes, to the completion of this building behind me. But while we have much to be proud of, individually and as an institution, much, of course, remains to be done. We must continue to feed the core of our rigorous, personalized, engaged liberal arts education, investing in our faculty and in established and emerging academic programs. We must continue to focus on the student experience, ensuring that all Hendrix students have exceptional opportunities throughout their years here, and that they leave our cozy bubble well prepared for career and professional life. We must not relent in our commitment to affordability and to making this college a model of diversity, inclusion, and justice for American higher education and for our polarized, weary nation. And needless to say, we have a bit more to do when it comes to bricks and mortar. The next time we gather like this in a mood of collective celebration, I suspect it'll be a couple hundred yards that way. Not for a ribbon cutting, but for a groundbreaking. Hewlin Hall, what I now think of as the impediment at the heart of campus, will be no more, and we will be turning ground for the new Creative Quad, a complex encompassing a new art museum, an auditorium and film screening room, practice and office facilities for the music department, an outdoor performance space, and about 100 new dorm rooms. With the Creative Quad, the arts will infuse the center of Hendrix, breathing life and color and sound and drama into what is now dead space at our physical core. And importantly, adding all those new student beds will allow us at last to make a start on the process of renovating the 6 heritage dormitories. Buildings which may seem charming in the haze of nostalgia, but which are cramped and antiquated for occupants in the early 21st century. Now, we still have a ways to go before that groundbreaking over there. Right now, the designs for the Creative Quad are being finalized, construction schedules are being planned, and perhaps most critically, the final push to raise the remaining funds necessary for the project is about to begin. But on a day like today, in a gathering like this, with such a marvelous testament to the commitment and character of the Hendrix family about to be opened, it is hard not to be excited and optimistic about the path before us, about the growth of this campus, and about the vitality of this community and the future of Hendrix College. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for being here. And after the choir sings and we gratuitously cut some ribbon, welcome to Hendrix's new front door. Dr. Morgan?
Deus, Hallelujah.
Thank you, Andy and the choir. I'm now going to ask the platform party to join me behind the ribbon. We are going to do some clipping, and at that point, you are welcome to come in to the Welcome Center. There are cookies and punch on the back porch, but I suspect you're more interested in looking around. It'll just be a second.